What's up YouTube, it's Kira here and we are back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kirarai, and if you're returning, then welcome back. So we are going to just get right into this thing, but you already know I have to say it just because I have to. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the like and notification bell if you want to get notified when I post new videos. Okay, so it is 10:04 and I'm filming this right before my 11 o'clock class. I'm trying to be quick, but it was on my mind last night and this morning while I was editing another video, so I wanted to speak about it and just be transparent because it's what my life is right now and I don't want to pretend as if I don't have these thoughts. So yeah, today I'm going to be speaking about post-graduation fears and just unpacking my own fears. I don't really talk about these things a lot. These are thoughts that I keep to myself or why I don't really know. I have a habit of feeling as if I need to deal with things on my own and not open up to people and let people in on my struggles. So I'm trying to do better at that. But also these fears that I have post-graduation, I'm sure are very common. And so whatever I speak about today, like if you too are going through the same thing, or if you have experienced the same thing, please know that you're not alone. And if you have experienced the same thing, sorry. If you have any advice, like I would definitely appreciate it because you know, like life is scary, adulting is scary, and graduating is a big step. Even though I'm going to get my master's, it's still very scary because I'm moving to another city. So yeah, that's that little intro spiel. We're gonna go ahead and get into the thing. So speaking about my fears, I have 4 like major fears. That's finances, not being successful, loneliness, and lacking community. So first, speaking on finances, y'all already know, as I mentioned in a couple of videos ago, I'm moving to New York in August, and though I am really excited, I am low-key like so in my head about money. Moving to New York is no easy feat, and getting my master's from a very expensive school is not easy either. I'm having to take out a lot of loans, and like just I already have debt from TCU, and so having even more debt, like thousands and thousands of dollars, that's freaking me out. And honestly, when it came to committing or not, I was just going back and forth so much because I was like, okay, you were gonna have a lot of debt. How are you gonna pay that off? Because it got thousands of dollars, girl. But also the other part of my mind was like, girl, like so many people in this world have debt. Like you're not gonna be the only one. Like people that have thousands of dollars of debt. Like think about the people that went to medical school or law school. Like it is very normal in this country for people to have debt. So like it's okay, take a breath. But still, it's just, it sometimes gets the best of me though, because living in a new city, having all the debt, also having debt from my undergrad, like I just don't know what to do and I don't know where the money's gonna come from. And the plan is obviously when I move to like work as much as I can and save up, but still like I just have that fear of like, okay, in the future, like how is this gonna affect like me getting a car, me getting a house, like when I'm wanting to start a family and you know, just take care of them. Like I just don't like the idea of like just money just hovering above my head, like you have to pay me. So I've been having a lot of fear about that. I know that God will somehow work things out because I've gotten through undergrad with literally no money, yet somehow have made it, has still made rent sometimes. So like, yeah, I know that things will work out, but having just like blind like faith and trust that everything will work out, like that is really scary. And money, just, I've always hated money. Like I just hate how our lives are based off a sheet of paper, like, and it determines like your status or whether you're valuable, am I saying that right? Valuable, yes. Or yeah, like it's just a means for like greed and envy, and I just hate it. It's so nasty, but unfortunately it's not something you can run away from. So I've just been having a lot of fear about that, and New York is just so freaking expensive. I know all of y'all have seen like the rent prices and everything. I will be living hopefully on campus in graduate student housing, but still like grocery shopping, taking the train, like it adds up. And my bank account, Oh my gosh, it just is a lot. But yeah, that's one of my fears that I wanted to share with y'all. And if you have any advice, if you too are in like a lot of debt and want to give me advice about just not letting it get the best of you, I am definitely open, because I'm taking a very big step, one that I did not foresee myself taking my freshman year. So yeah, your girl could use a little advice. Moving on to not being successful. So this one definitely isn't my biggest, probably at the bottom of the list of the 4, because I know that the definition of success looks different for everyone. How I define success is if I am trying as best that I can every day that is given to me, and if I am giving back to my community in the way that I want and the way that is meaningful for other people. So that's success for me. But I also know that success can be rooted in money as well, which goes back to my first point that I mentioned. Because I am moving to New York, sometimes I get in my head and I'm like, I don't want to have the story of I go and then I do these 2 years there and then I just can no longer like afford anything and then I just have to leave and give up on my dreams. Like, I think that's the most heartbreaking thing ever, when people have to give up on their dreams just because of socioeconomic factors. Like, that really sucks, especially like for people of color. A lot of us, I feel like, have to settle into careers that we don't necessarily want, but it's because the way, you know, the system is designed is not to support us, and just the money that we're making, it's just not enough. And so I have a lot of fear around that. I also, like, I'm just so big in giving back, not only to my community but to my family. My mom and my granny and my sisters, like, we all just work so hard, and to one day be able to be like, hey, like, let's go do this, like, don't worry about the money, like, it's, you know, it's covered, or what do you need, you know, like, being able to be there for my family and just give back to them because they gave so much to me. That's like, I'm really rooted in that. And so I don't want to fail anybody, and I'm not sure if I've ever actually like admitted that. But I don't want to fail anybody. I don't want to fail myself. Yeah, and maybe that's me putting like a lot of expectations and pressures onto myself that no one else is putting on me. But sometimes that's just how I feel. I just want to make people happy, and I want to be happy. And I feel like if that doesn't happen, then I'm just not successful. And so, yeah, I've had a lot of thoughts around that. Again, I'm trying not to let it get the best of me, living one day at a time and really just putting my best foot forward and doing all that I can and being productive in that day. I know is the most that I can do, but still it's something that just lingers in my mind. Okay, moving on to point number 4. 3 and 4. These kind of feed into each other. So, loneliness and community. If you know me personally, I love so deeply and am so compassionate, and I will honestly put others before myself. Like, I've done that for so long, and I'm trying to be a little bit more selfish with how I love myself and value myself a little bit more. But at the end of the day, what fills me up are my friends and my family, and having resources being people around me that give to me just as much as I give to them. In undergrad, I've had that, but I haven't at the same time, and it's just been a lot of back and forth. And so moving literally across the country, I'm really like fearful of that. Like, I have friends in New York that I went to high school with, so I do have a community up there, but you know, just finding like my actual people, my village, like I'm really nervous for that. Also being away from my family. I came to TCU because like it's 4 hours away from Houston. Like, it's not too far, but it's also like, you know, I can have that distance from them when I need it. But New York, that's a plane ride, baby. Like, that is far, and it's not immediate access. And so I fear having to go into this next journey of mine alone being, I know that I have people supporting me from a distance, but like having people physically present and like people like wanting to come visit me, it just kind of takes over sometimes, that fear. Yeah, having community is one of my core values. And so just the thought that like I'm literally gonna have to start over and find everything new. Like it just kind of sucks, but it's also exciting at the same time because I know how much like TCU community has exhausted me at times, and so the fact that I do get to just go to a whole nother institution, make connections, and just build community with new people from literally all over, like that's really exciting. But it would be nice to have like 1 or 2 people that I'm like locked in with. It would also be nice to have a significant other, to have a partner during this time, because it is my next phase of life that I'm entering into. And you know, these past few years I have grown to know myself a lot, and I know what I want and I know what I deserve. And so, you know, I'm at the phase where I'm just kind of like waiting for God to like send me someone. Like I'm just like like you know, like I can take someone now, but that's not something that I'm like mainly focused on. But it's mostly just community and not having like physical support there. I have a lot of fear around that. Those are my biggest fears. I told y'all this wasn't gonna be that long because I only have 4. So that was finances, not being successful, loneliness, and community. Once again, like if you have any advice, please let your girl know. I will appreciate it. Or, you know, just like words of encouragement, like you're gonna be okay, you got this. I strongly believe that these are thoughts that everyone experiences at some point. Like there's no way I'm just the only one. So yeah, not only am I seeking advice and words of encouragement, but also if you too are a graduating senior in college, high school, middle school, whatever it is, like if you're entering into a new phase of your life, know, and you have these fears, know that you're not alone and that I'm dealing with them too. So yeah, change is really scary, and I mentioned this in my last videos too, that I know that 2023 is it's just gonna be a year full of change. So much change has already happened already, and now even bigger change is coming. So navigating a season of change is just crazy in and of itself. So yeah, but trying to keep high hopes, trying not to let the fears get the best of me. Again, I just wanted to like talk about them. Currently right now, they're not like in my head going crazy, but every now and then I'll like wake up and like say have an anxiety attack because I'm like freaking out about all of this stuff. I just remember to take a deep breath, calm down, fix some tea, have a glass of wine, whatever it is. That pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it is, talking points that you want me to speak about, please let me know in the description box down below. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.